Hello, everyone. I'm going to talk today about saving money when you come as an expat to Spain or as an immigrant or whatever you want to call it. My point is that you need to change your mindset when you get here in order to be able to adjust and adjust nicely and get the prices that the locals do. One of the things I see that happens often within my circle of friends, actually, this video came about because one of my friends was posting on Facebook about how happy she was that a grocery store that caters to the Americans now had a vending machine. And I'm going to show you what the vending machine is, and I'm going to show you just random prices from that machine, and you can make your decision for yourself and see what I mean by how to save prices. Mercadona is the biggest grocery store chain in Spain, and they make their own brands of everything practically, from cereal to beer to everything you can ever imagine. So imagine like a CVS or Walgreens where they only sell their brands, and every so often you'll see some things from other companies. Like they'll have a few products of Kellogg's, a few products of Heinz or something like that. But for the most part, I think at least 80 to 90% of the stuff that they sell is their own house products. And they're fine. I mean, that's what we eat. And we're very satisfied with it for this past few years. That's what, when we moved here, we were like, this is where the locals go. This is how they shop. So that's what we did. Now, a lot of my friends, and this is for people who are looking to do Spain on a budget, for instance. If you're rich, this video is not for you because you can basically afford whatever you want, whenever you want, and you can pay as much as possible or as little as possible. This is more for people who want to save and keep more of their money for going out or for enjoying life as it is. When you come here and you insist on shopping at a store that caters to just Americans, for instance, and there's a very big company that also caters to the Brits. And the thing is, these are also the people that I see complaining about how prices are the same or even higher than they were back in Britain or back in the US. And observing things, I see that it's because they keep shopping at the shops that have their brand of food. And so they will only eat just the British made products that they're used to and the American products that they're used to. I'm not going to name the stores, but they're very big, and you can Google it if you want to, and you'll find them out. But when you come here and you stick with shopping with what you know and eating only what you know, then you have to be prepared to pay a higher premium, of course, because they have to import that stuff in, and it's not going to be the same price. So yes, at the end of the day, your grocery bill is going to be significantly higher than if you were shopping like a local would. So randomly picking from this ATM vending machine, the Cheerios, the box of Cheerios is €7.96, which roughly translates to, I guess, maybe $8.50 for a box of cereal. So you can see how quickly that racks up if this is what you're going to be eating all the time. I had a friend whose kid insisted on eating his Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and it had to be that one. So she had to get it from the grocery store there. And so she was paying, €8.94. Actually, I think the Frosted Flakes were €9.25. And they even have some, if you have the one that comes 25% extra in a box, it's like €14. So imagine a growing kid, it's, a big bowl of cereal just about every day. So every 4 or 5 days, you're spending that much money. And that's just one product. So now multiply that over the amount of products that you get, that you shop for, and you're talking about a whole lot of money. A can of Campbell's tomato soup is €2.95, which is like $3 and change. And so if you want it, they're comfort foods. And I'm not making this video to say that you shouldn't have what you're used to and insist on it. I'm just saying maybe you need to be open to trying new things and seeing how you can save money if you need to. For instance, I will only eat Heinz ketchup. I don't care. I want it. And so I'm willing to pay the extra dollar. And that's one thing that Mercadona, for instance, has. They realize that a lot of people love that brand, so they stock it right next to their own brand. So I'm willing to pay the extra euro. But even some of those American products, like they have like Kellogg's Special K, for instance, is one of the things that they carry. And it's like maybe, €2.85 for like the thing instead of like €1.50 for theirs. But some people will still insist on getting it from the American store where they end up paying like double the price. So you have to be reasonable and you have to be willing to like look past your, I gotta do me kind of thing if you're on a budget and if you need to live like a regular person would. But once again, if money is no object, then, you can shop and you can pay as high as possible. But anyway, this vending machine, the cranberry sauce in there is €3.95. Now that it's Thanksgiving season, they have turkey, and I'm going to put the picture of the turkey that they have, and it's already made, and you can order the turkey. And this turkey that you see here is 3 kilograms, which is 6 pounds turkey. I mean, that's very small for a turkey. And it comes with the gravy, the sauce. So I'm hoping that it's gravy. And it costs €87. €87. I mean, that's almost $100 for 6 pounds of turkey. And I know Thanksgiving is a thing for us, and but isn't it wiser to like, I don't know, do something else? I don't know, like leave that tradition behind if you don't need to have it. You can even go to dinner. There's some restaurants that cater to Americans and they have like Thanksgiving lunch. I bet it probably tastes great, but it just seems like a whole lot of money to like spend on something like that. I think on a prior video, I had mentioned that the cost of electricity and gas had gone up after the lockdown, and most people got an average of like a 20% increase in their bills. Now, we were lucky because we were on a tariff that was, we always paid a regular price, and so we didn't switch away from that. But a lot of people have switched companies looking for like cheaper ways to save money on electricity, and they got slammed. And some of them would like, even higher, like up to 40% increase in there. And one of my friends had posted on a group that I belong to that the price of her electricity was really high. And it had gone up from like €40 a month to like €57. And she was kind of pissed off, and she wanted to know where she could switch to for a cheaper price. And everybody was telling her, well, everybody kind of got slammed and you're going to have to pay that price. So it was ironic to see her complaining about how the grocery store prices, how the cost of living was the same, almost even higher than where she came from. And I'm like, well, if you keep shopping at these places where you're paying, almost €10 for a box of Cheerios, or €10 for a box of what's the other cereal that I put up there, when you could get it for like €1.85 at the grocery store, then obviously your priorities are not aligned, because electricity is something you need. It's necessary. It's, you need it for your washing your clothes, for doing everything. And this food you can do without, or have something that's just as good, and you're not taking advantage of that. So you could save like, easily 100 to 200 euros if you stop and shop at where people actually shop and get your products, your Spanish-based products, instead of your American products. So the 17 euros would have been, a no-brainer. It's easy to pay that. So anyway, the whole point of this thing is you've got to like prioritize your requirements and stuff. I can't say it enough. You need to think like a local to be able to save and adjust to life and live the way the people do. You can't insist on the same products that you were used to. I mean, go crazy, do 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 things, use your Kleenex, and that's fine, but don't use every single item because it will cost you a lot in the long run. And I see that when I talk with my friends, because they're like, how can you guys live on like 50? I show you what our monthly bills are. And, a big part of that is the grocery, and we go to the local store. So that makes a big difference, and we don't eat it as much. So when people tell me they spend like 25, 3,000 for 2 people, yeah, you can spend even 10,000 if you want. Depends on where you eat and depends on what kind of life you want to. We're living a middle-class existence, and I'm so fine with that. And then we're eating well. The food, I mean, the grocery store items are absolutely fabulous. I mean, when you can get spaghetti for like 2 pounds of spaghetti for like 75 cents and it tastes good, what else do you want? Anyway, there's my rant for the day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.